Good morning. Welcome to online classes. Today we are going to continue the topic non-finite verbs. In the previous class we learned about infinitives. Here in this class we shall discuss participles and gerunds. A participle is a form of a verb that can function both as a verb and as an adjective. Most commonly, participles end in ing or ed. So, participles. When we speak about participles, participles are of two kinds: present participle and past participle. Both present participle and past participle can be used in a sentence as a verb or as an adjective. That means participles have two functions. It does the work of a verb in a sentence. At the same time, it also does the work of an adjective. For example, the smiling baby caught my finger. The smiling baby caught my finger. Smiling is used here as an adjective. The noun baby is qualified by the present participle smiling. So, smiling here does the work of an adjective since it qualifies the noun baby. Another example, I saw Meher opening her parcels. I saw Meher opening her parcels. Here, so is finite verb and opening is used as non-finite. And here the non-finite verb opening does the work of a verb opening. I saw Meher opening the parcels. So doing some work, opening the parcels. Here she was doing some work. So the words that denote any work is action words only, and they are verb. So here in this example, the second example, participle is doing the work of a verb. Keep away from the painted wall. Another example, keep away from the painted wall. Here painted is participle, it is past participle, and it does the work of an adjective because painted qualifies the noun wall. Wall is the noun in the sentence and painted qualifies the noun wall. So painted does the work of an adjective in this sentence. So here among the three examples, first and second examples, the non-finite verbs are in its ing form, so they are present participles. And in the third example, keep away from the painted wall. Painted is the participle here, and it is in painted is in its third form, and here it does the work. It is past participle. So we should also keep in mind that in all these examples, these ing form of the verb or the third form of the verb in the examples are used without the use of a helping verb. Before smiling, there is no helping verb. Before opening, there is no helping verb. Before painted, there is no helping verb. So participles are always used without the help of a helping verb, an auxiliary verb. So when the ing form of a verb or the third form of a verb is used without the use of a helping verb, then it can be called as participle. The ing form of the verb is used along with a helping verb to denote the continuous tenses. Continuous tense or perfect continuous tenses. And third form of the verb used along with the helping verb to denote perfect tenses. So, without helping verb, when the ing form or the third form are used in a sentence, they may be doing the work of an adjective or they may be doing the work of a verb. Then, in that case, the verb can be called as participle. There are two types of participle as I explained: present participle and past participle. Present participle end in ing. Example, he left taking the book with him. Past participles end in ed, en, d, t or n. Past participle end in ed, en, d, t or n usually. And in some cases, some verb has the past participle also same as the first form. Example of the use of past participle: Yogita has eaten all the cookies. I had not meant it the way you understood it. Now another non-finite verb is gerund. Gerund is also the ing form of a verb. And we already saw present participle is also the ing form of a verb, and gerund is also used in the same form. Then what is the difference between participle and gerund? Participle does the work of an adjective or a verb in a sentence, but gerund is used as a noun in a sentence. That is the difference between gerund and present participle. Present participle is the ing form of a verb used as a verb or an adjective in a sentence. Gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun in a sentence. A gerund is a verb that ends in ing and functions as a noun. See, it is clear. Gerund is a verb that ends in ing, but it functions as a noun. Since a gerund functions as a noun, it occupies the same position in a sentence that a noun usually does. So, since a gerund functions as a noun in a sentence, it occupies the same position in a sentence that of a noun or a pronoun. That is, the position of noun in a sentence will be in place of the subject or the object in a sentence. Example, the batting let down the team. The batting let down the team. Here, batting is ing form of the verb. It does the function of a noun in the sentence, and here the batting is the noun because it is the subject of the sentence. So here batting is used as a gerund, used as the subject of the sentence. Another example, the other team is known for its fantastic bowling. Here, bowling is used as object of the sentence. So, since it functions as the object of the sentence, it does the work of a noun. So, bowling in this example is a gerund. Another example, some were blamed for bad fielding. Here, fielding is the gerund. It functions as the object of the preposition for. Functions as the object of the preposition for. So here fielding is gerund doing the work of a noun. Thank you everyone.